Hey guys, Billy here, Archangel Art Studio. I've had a lot of people asking me, where do you get your stuff at? Your respirator, your heat gun, and how much did you pay for it? And is it good? Um, when I first started, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on stuff that, frankly, I didn't know if I was going to really get into resin art. And I didn't want to spend a lot of money and have stuff sitting around that I wasn't really going to use. So I kind of went into it a cheap way just to get my feet wet. And everything I bought is still working, and it's working great. So I don't have no complaints about anything that I bought. So I figured I'd pass that along to somebody that's, like I said, budget minded or just getting in and they don't quite know what name to buy or what is this. I can tell you from experience, the stuff that I bought, I'm still using, and it's still working, and I really don't have no problems with it. So we'll get started and I'll show you some of the stuff. First off, I get a lot of questions, what type of heat gun? What is that? Well, the heat gun that I have is a Genesis, and it's not an expensive one by any means. It came with these disbursement tools, extra little tips. I don't really use them. I put the small tip on there, and that's pretty much what I use. I like it. It seems to work really well. I got this off of Amazon, and it was like 15 bucks. So you're not really going to go wrong there. And it's still working, so no problems. I'm going to use it until it doesn't work anymore, and chances are, I'll probably buy another one of those. And everybody always asks, Billy, I don't see you wearing a respirator. You're not wearing a respirator when you're mixing stuff. And I did a lot of checking into this. Checked with people that do boats and stuff like that really use resin a lot. And from what they've said, and from on my own research, you don't really need a respirator for the amount of resin that we're using for the time that we're around it. You may smell it a little bit. If you're in a ventilated area, it's not really going to be harmful, But I do have a respirator, so just in case, because one of the things that was also said that you can develop a allergy or whatever, or a sensitivity to resin. Some people, it's hypersensitivity. Some people have it, right from the get. So they have to use a respirator all the time. And you get this at Home Depot with the 2 canisters. It's organic filters, which is, one of the better ones. So if you're going to get one, I would suggest getting one with the canisters or the filters. That was only like 20 bucks at Home Depot. You're not going to go wrong with that. And you got the mask for life. You just change the filters. The mask is washable, cleanable. And then the next is a hair dryer, which you get anywhere. I got this at Walmart for like 10, 12 bucks or something, a Revlon hair dryer. And working good, no complaints. And again, I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy that started doing this and got hooked on it and enjoy it, So I'm just trying to help people out that are starting out. A must, levels. Get you some levels. There's apps that you can put on your phone. I don't know how well they work. These are pretty tried and true. Contractors and craftsmen have been using them for years. So I would suggest get you a couple. Don't just get one and rely on it. I've put like a level on something and it seems to show plumb and level, and you pour resin on it and it's washing off. So I like the round bullet level, which I don't have one anymore. I don't know where it went, but I'm getting another one because they seem to hold true pretty good. And a good way of testing is take a board, wrap it in plastic so you don't get it all wet, put your level on it, and drop some water on it. And, if your level's true and the water's running off one way, then your level's not exactly right. And I get these face masks. I know they're not a respirator. It's just the ear loops and the dust mask. Now, these are supposed to be good for powders, pollen, stuff like that. I got them actually because I have allergies, and when I mow the yard, I wear these, and they really seem to help. So I figured, when you're mixing powders and stuff, because I checked into that too. I don't want to be doing something that's harmful to me, I enjoy doing resin art, but I don't want it to cause respiratory problems or anything else. So these when you're mixing the powders, work real well. You're not going to get a lung full of, Pearl X with one of these on. And then gloves, I got the nitrile non-powder gloves. I wrote some stuff down. $14.95. We get them off Amazon for 200. So 2 boxes. This is 100 per box for $14.95. And I know some people wear like 2 and 3 pairs of gloves. They get different ones. In this aspect and with the masks and everything else, you're really going to have to find what's comfortable for you, because just because I like these gloves, that don't mean you're going to like them. And then I get a lot of questions on my torch. This is a gas 1 food torch. This is what chefs use to make brulees and, brown meats and whatever a chef needs to use it for. This is a chef torch. And I absolutely love it. I am a cook. I'm a home cook. And that's actually what I got it for. And when I started to do resin art, I was like, wow, that seems like it would work a lot better than some of these others. But again, it's your choice, your taste. What is going to work for you? Because just because I like this doesn't mean you're going to like it. And this one was $16.95. It came with 1 bottle, but 12 of these refill cans, and that's a pretty big can. 12 of these is $26.99. I think I've only used 2 cans, and then your various other stuff. These, you don't necessarily have to have these. I got these after. I was using plastic cups, and my grandson Gabriel, we buy him puddings and jellos and stuff like that he takes to school in his lunch, and he brings the cup home. The empty little cups, clean them out. They work great under your paintings to help level them. So roughly for under $100, you can have all your equipment, and be set up properly, really good to do whatever you need to do, some resin art. Of course, minus your resin, and I already did a video at Hobby Lobby. If you haven't seen it, you can go on Archangel Art Studio and see that video. Again, I can't say enough about Hobby Lobby. I go to Michael's sometimes, but Hobby Lobby, really, there's no need to go anywhere else. They have everything, and when I was there, I showed like the lower end stuff that you can get on a budget to start out. That's not just what they have. They've got other aisles with more paints that are a lot higher end, a lot more expensive, and they're quality paints, and honestly, you get what you pay for, if the cheaper stuff works and it looks good, and that's one good thing about the resin, though, is because the resin really gives you that brilliance and that shimmer and that shine. But if you buy one of the cheap, let's say blues, and then you buy a high-end blue and you compare them side by side, you're going to get a lot more depth and a lot more real color and that deep blue that you want out of the higher end, just because, it is a higher end and it's made better. So, let's be real about it. You're going to spend some more money. And once you start going, people love this resin art. They buy it up. There's a big market out there for it. And I didn't know how big. I just wanted to do resin arts. So I started doing it, and it was like, hey, I want to buy that. Can you do me one like this? Can you do this? Next thing you know, you're getting commission work, and it just, I never meant to start a studio. I never meant to be doing resin art and stuff all the time. I did it for stress relief as a hobby, and next thing you know, it just snowballed into, I have a studio. I'm not upset about it. I'm kind of a keep busy kind of guy and go doing stuff, so this really doesn't bother me. And on another note, we just did our first, I guess, arts and crafts sale. It wasn't really a show. There was a lot of vendors there selling crafts and stuff, and we didn't do bad. We sold a few. It was a real small one at a local school, so we just kind of got our feet wet by going to it. Enjoyed it. Met a lot of people. You get a lot of people coming by and, that's beautiful, I wish I could do that. How do you do that? But I wish I could buy that. And you're like, I wish you could too, but really enjoyed it. Had a good time. My wife brought her ink art, and she outsold me. But that's okay. I took her money. Just kidding. Well, I guess that's about it. I hope this video helps someone. If you like it, subscribe to our channel. You can follow us on Instagram. Our webpage is www.archangelartstudio.com. And as always, everything that we make, there's tons of pictures on our website that are for sale. And I know I'm speaking mostly to other artists, and you guys aren't buying other people's pieces, but I've seen some pieces that some of y'all have done, and wow, I definitely would purchase them and hang them on my wall. I'm impressed. Some of the fluid sites that I'm in, and if you guys are starting out, by all means, join some of these fluid sites on Facebook. There's so many people that are just starting out. There's so many seasoned artists that are on these sites, and they want to help people. I mean, they're willing to help people. It's not like what they're doing, they try to keep a secret, so it's only them. I found in the art community, everybody's really willing to help each other, and I like that. I'm a real people person, giving person. So whatever I know, whatever knowledge I gain through doing resin art, I want to give to somebody else, because I enjoy it when I know that somebody else is enjoying something. I love that, so I'm always going to try to, if I find something that I think is new and cool, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to make a video about it. And that's how I learned. I was watching videos, and I just tried stuff. I'm always trying stuff. I don't care what it is, I'm the kind of guy that's liable to crunch up dog food and put it in resin and see what it does. You never know. I mean, that's how I look at it. You just never know. Hey, what color is that? Alpo. What? Yeah, you just don't know. Not that I'm telling you to go crunch up dog food, and I haven't done that, but now that I said it, I'm probably going to try it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy my videos, and I know I yammer on, and I don't know any other way to be but real, so my videos are probably a little, boring to a lot of people, but, this is who I am on or off the camera. When I'm off the video, I'm still Billy. I don't put on a show for the camera trying to say, well, look at here, this is a gas one butane lighter, and you can buy this at... Just not me, not in my wheelhouse. I'm going to tell you, hey, I bought this and it was junk, dude. Don't buy it. You'll waste your money. Or I'm going to tell you, hey, man, mine's still working. It was cheap. A lot of people, and I'm a big advocate of not buying cheap tools. If you look at my toolbox, and I'm a locksmith by trade, all my tools are the higher end stuff, because as I've said before, for the most part, you get what you pay for, and I'm a firm believer in buying a good tool once with a lifetime guarantee rather than buying a cheap tool with no guarantee and replacing it 15 times. So, with that being said, you got to make your own decision. The stuff that I showed you, yeah, I went the cheaper route because I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to stay doing this, so I didn't want to go and spend, $100 heat gun or whatever, and, I don't really use a heat gun in my line of work, so it would just be sitting around. Not that I'm opposed to having tools. I am a man. I like tools. But, again, I just went the cheap route to get my feet wet. And, honestly, all the stuff I bought is still working, and it's working good. So, I don't see no reason in replacing it yet. But when I do, I might replace it with something a little bit more higher end. Never know. Well, I'm going to shut up. So, I hope you guys like this video. And, again, please subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments. Whatever you guys want to see me do. And please don't say, crunch up dog food and put it in resin. You said it, I want to see it. I don't want to do that. But if you guys are saying, do it, chances are I'll probably do it. But honestly, just leave some comments saying, Billy, man, try this kind of pour. Or does this happen? We want to know if this mixes well with this. I'll give it a whirl. Well, again, subscribe, leave some comments. Love making these videos for you guys. Love seeing your guys' stuff in these fluid art communities. And you guys out there, man, if you're thinking about trying it, try it. It's so much fun. And you just never know where it's going to lead. You don't know until you try it. So don't leave no what ifs. Just do it. Answer that question. Don't get on, man, you know what? I might have been a good artist. what if I would have tried this? Just try it. You're not going to go wrong. You're going to enjoy it. And there's a learning curve. You might not get it exactly the way you want it in the beginning, but keep trying, because eventually you're going to get your own groove, and you're going to start popping out some stuff that people are going, whoa, that's pretty awesome. And who cares what anybody else thinks anyway? If you enjoy it, if you like it, and you're having fun, man, to me, that's all that matters. Because I do art for me. I'm not thinking about, the masses would really want this purple and green, and everybody likes this and this, so you're going to do this. I do stuff that I like, and if they give me good feedback, if I like it, I continue doing stuff along that way. But if I do something and I don't like it, man, I don't care how many people are saying, oh, keep doing that. If I don't like it, it's hard for me to force myself to do it. I don't know how y'all are, but that's just me. But again, as always, God bless, pray for each other, take care of each other,